Well, I guess official Kingpin is keeping us all busy with these videos of Jaguar that he recorded. I don't know if she knows that he recorded her in so many different occasions, all these arguments. But I'm wondering why he did it. Because they were friends at the time that he recorded these videos. Honey, listen, you got to be careful who you call a friend. Anyway, hit the like bell as you come onto the page. Let's get into the video.
She want to talk about everything but what's fucking her up. She does it to me every time. I tell her what's coming. I tell her what's happening. I tell her exactly how it's going to play out. And she sits there. She fights with me about it. Tells me what's not going to happen, what's not going to happen. She knows this person. She knows that person. And then the fucking truth comes out. It turns out I was right about everything. And then she gets angry with me. And it starts picking fights with me about stupid shit. That's not my fault. I didn't make this bitch executive over your shit. You did.
So I think Jaguar is referring to Naisha being executor over TJ's, I guess, her business dealings.
And you can be frustrated about it, but don't take it the fuck out on me, because I'm not the bitch robbing you. I'm the bitch that's making sure money's staying in your fucking pocket.
You guys remember TJ said she had some type of nodes that had to be removed and they're in remission. And I guess maybe she thought she had cancer at the time or had cancer. I'm not clear on if she had cancer or not. But maybe that's when she made Naisha executor over her business dealings.
I'm the bitch that's been providing for us since Naisha started taking your fucking bread. So don't play that. Don't do that. I'm not doing that. You got smoke? Then blow it up that bitch's fucking ass. But you ain't gonna put that shit on me. This bitch has been robbing you for going on 3 weeks straight. Lying to you.
Okay, she said 2 to 3 weeks straight. So this particular video is going back when they had first met. I guess they started to argue like 2 weeks in to the relationship because she said going back 2 weeks straight. So this is not a new video. And Kingpin, once again, recorded it.
Lying to you. What's really hurting her right now is that I came out in the parking lot and I told her, get your shit together. People are looking at you. Sitting out here crying in the fucking parking lot like a 5-year-old over shit I told you last week. You wouldn't have been side-blinded by the fact that it was Naisha that got the car motherfucking repo now that you were on the phone with your sister.
So this is an old video. And Jaguar had TJ convinced that Naisha is the one who had the car repo.
You wouldn't have been side-blinded by the fact that it was Naisha that got the car motherfucking repo now that you were on the phone with your sister. You shouldn't have been side-blinded by that. I told you that shit a week ago.
So clearly we hear Jaguar saying, I told you that a week ago. So I'm not speculating when I said she was convincing TJ that Naisha is the one who took the car. Clearly we hear her saying, I told you that a week ago. However, in another video, the one OKP released yesterday, we clearly heard TJ telling Jaguar, you're responsible for me losing my daddy's car.
I took the whole thing together. I connected all the dots. I showed you. Which only proves that you're upset about it today. You didn't believe me when I told you last week. Because her sister had said, yeah, well, you know, Naisha is the one that did this and did that. She should have been like, I know my baby told me. Fucking bitch. Well, look, I need to borrow some cash. You know what I mean? Like, I already knew that. So why the fuck are you so upset about it today?
So Jaguar said she connected the dots. She connected the dots for Naisha to look like if she took the car. This is what I'm getting from this conversation. Jaguar is very devious. The same mind game she was pulling on Goomba and his family, trying to convince this man that his family was so horrible and he's a product of incest. And she was really working on that. And he almost believed it. It's the same mind game she's doing with TJ.
And then you want to take it out on me? You fucking right. I walked up on her and told her, get her fucking shit together. You out here crying, wandering around, pacing back and forth in 115 fucking degrees, about to pass the fuck out over some shit you already knew, but you didn't believe me.
So she says you didn't believe me. Meaning, in my mind, she's telling TJ, you didn't believe me when I told you Naisha took the car. Now you believe me.
Ain't my fault. And if you think I'm gonna handle you gently, no the fuck I'm not. Because nobody else is. Unfortunately, your life has now changed.
Oh, TJ already said Jaguar is the one who made her lose her daddy's car. And no matter what Jaguar says, TJ is convinced of that. So she can talk until the cows fly. TJ is still going to maintain that Jaguar is the one responsible. It's going to remain in TJ's head that Jaguar made her lose her daddy's car.
And if you think I'm gonna handle you gently, no the fuck I'm not. Because nobody else is. Unfortunately, your life has now changed. You are a fucking public figure. You walk out into the street with me and people are recognizing you. Not just because you're with me, they're recognizing you. Get your shit together, babe. Don't ever let these motherfuckers see you sweat. No, get that shit to that wet fucking whale hoe bitch. You've been fucking for 11 years, who wasn't even fucking gay, who was using you as a fake baby daddy because the real nigga that fucking knocked her ass up left her and went to fucking prison. Like, I'm not that. Like, I don't take the shit that happens in my life and throw it on her.
But I'm telling you, Jaguar is just spilling all the beans that Naisha's baby daddy is locked up in the prison. And Naisha have been hitting TJ up for money for all these years, 11 years, and faking being a lesbian, because that's what she said.
Nothing about my husband, nothing about him stealing from me. We don't talk about that part of my life. I don't bring it because there's enough stress as there is. But if all we're going to do is sit here and coddle you because you don't want to believe that you made some really fucked off choices with the people that you have in your life, then, you know, I got better things to do. When you got fucked over by a piece of shit. Okay, big deal.
So why is it so important that Jaguar convinced TJ that she's got horrible people in her life? That should not be the focus, folks. When you meet someone, do not dwell on their past relationships. Do not bring their past lovers into the mix, because it's a new relationship. It's one-on-one, you and this person. Nobody else you should be talking about except the partner that you're currently in a relationship with. You should be trying to gel. But it looks like if Jaguar is just trying to nitpick at everybody in TJ's life just to show her that these people do not belong in her life, Jaguar has got to stop that. It's not her alone that TJ got to concentrate on. TJ has people in her life that she needs to concentrate on, like her family that she left behind, because she left children, and the person who is taking care of those children is Naisha. So she has to talk to Naisha concerning those kids. What about that? Jaguar does not understand.
No, but when we're alone and when we're intimate, you're so much sharper and so much nicer. And I'm not going to be that bitch 24 hours a day because I'm not that bitch. If you like the tenderness and all of that, then cherish those moments that I give it to you and move the fuck on. I'm sorry what's happening here. What's happening here is that the son is realizing that the son is more rich than her. And I know exactly where it's coming from, so it's cool.
So it looks like if Jaguar has been attacking TJ from the get-go, she made it appear like if they had this lovely romance going on, nothing of the sort. It's been attack after attack. Jaguar is doing all the talking. TJ is quiet. She's probably just contemplating how can she get out of this horrible situation she's gotten herself in because she's broke.
It always happens like this. Motherfuckers come into my life and they swear to God they tough and they swear to God they built for it and they swear to God it's this and they swear to God it's that until shit gets fucking real. My husband.
So Jaguar is pretty much an TJ. A lot of people come into her life and they swear they're built for what she got to put out, but they're not. So TJ, I hope she's taking note that she's not built for what Jaguar is about to put out and what she's been putting out. Jaguar is just a person who likes a lot of confusion. There's nothing about Jaguar that is tranquil and wants peace. It's always about the confusion. She wallows in it, she dwells in it. It's almost like if a demon is riding her. And if TJ is not up for it, she needs to get out and get out now.
Did the same thing earlier this year when we got a phone call that I didn't bother to publish or tell anybody about. The one thing that my husband hasn't said was that he received anonymous text messages while he was at Dirty Nikki's, all of his family members and all of the children, with a warning. Remember when Nikki was talking about people were calling her phone heavy breathing, and then all of a sudden she stopped talking about it?
Well, I guess she's back to talking about Goomba and Nikki. I haven't heard her talk about them in a while since TJ came into her life. But I guess the thrill of TJ is gone, so now she's back to talking about Goomba and Nikki.
I know who called her, and it wasn't me. I know because the person who called her called me and let me know that they had been warned. And if my husband didn't get his shit together and make himself a non-fucking factor, shit was going to go down.
Jaguar, Jaguar, Jaguar. We have heard all these scenarios before. We've heard the stories. You are just full of these colorful stories. It's part of the illness. A lot of people who are diagnosed with schizophrenia or bipolar, or I don't know what's her diagnosis, but I know that she's got mental illness. She says she has mental illness. She did not say the diagnosis. She said she has a pinch of, what was it? PTSD and a touch of something. Well, let me tell you, honey, you got more than that. All these colorful stories that you come up with is part of an illness. They are not true. Most of them are not true. We know that. I don't know if you know that the public knows it, but I'm here to tell you, honey, we know that these stories are not true. So you need to stop.
You know? It's always like this. Shit gets real and the motherfuckers get scared and they want to create a fucking thing and run off.
So I think right here she's kind of accusing TJ of trying to create this conflict in order to leave.
It's like, if you go for it, you go for it. If you're not, you're not. But you're not going to see him beat me over the head all fucking day long. And I'm not doing. I got enough on my mind. So, it fucked with us. And I know it did. And then she found out she got robbed. We, like, literally, we saw the video. Jaguar right passed away. And then she started making herself busy, and then she went to the ATM to go get the money so we could move to the new hotel. And then she found out Naisha robbed us. Then she tried to get in touch with her daughter, and her daughter has relapsed again because her daughter was on drugs. And her daughter was supposed to have a book in the road for us, and when we got here, her daughter disappeared again.
Jaguar, didn't TJ told you do not talk about her children? Now you just outed the daughter, that the daughter relapsed on drugs again. Come on, Jaguar, leave the children out of it. If the daughter is on drugs and she relapsed and she's using again, the public should know.
She wastes 4, 6, 7 hours a day in her fucking feelings focused on doing shit. Now, meanwhile, all of this is happening, and I'm on the phone having my first conversation about publishing my book with Angela Stanton fucking Kim. And she's sitting over here falling the fuck apart. And that doesn't seem very fair to me. And yet I stopped coming. The phone call took care of everything. And then I said to her, you need to get your emotions in order. How did we get into I don't care about no fucking money, girl. And then you can have your room. So I'm trying to show you that regardless of how crazy things are, what you have to do is put on your thinking cap, Get out of your emotions. Get into the game. We can deal with emotions later. Right now, let's do what we need to deal with. I know that fucking Naisha bitch is a mess. Because if this was the structure of their home, raising those fucking kids, ain't no problem. Let me keep my mouth shut before I say something else.
You cannot, Jaguar, you cannot blame Naisha for how TJ is acting. Because that's what she just said. Based on what she sees in TJ, she can imagine how the kids were raised. What sense does that make? At least that's what I thought she said. But it doesn't make any sense.
There ain't no fucking wonder. Love tied to death, but she's extremely immature. And the reason why she's immature is because she's living with and dealing with a person who is 10 times more immature than her. She's not used to dealing with a real grown adult woman.
Well, I'm telling you guys, when you are in a relationship and the person that you're dealing with is constantly berating your ex-partner, that should tell you that that particular individual you're dealing with is insecure. Jaguar is showing that she is very much insecure. I don't know if she's feeling that maybe TJ is going to leave her and go back to Naisha and she's going to be made to look like a fool. I don't know if that's her chain of thought, but we know Jaguar does not like people to leave her. She will destroy you if you leave her. So I hope TJ is ready for the fallout, for what's to come.
And I think it pisses her off because she had a certain picture of herself, you know? You know, she's the one that rescues. She's the steady one. She's the this. And now she's with me. And it's the exact opposite. I'm the steady one. I'm the one that's on focus. I'm the one that's on task. She's all over the place and she hates it.
Well, I think TJ is all over the place because she's thinking about the children, what's going on with them. If what Jaguar is saying is true, that her daughter is back on drugs, she's probably thinking she should have been there to guide her through it, to hold her hand, to help her recover and to get back on the right path. She's thinking about all those things. And plus, maybe there are other things that's going on that she feels she should be there. And I'm telling you, guys, TJ, in my opinion, should get on the next bus smoking out of Dallas and get back home to her family.
But, you know, you got a clean t-shirt, you got a dingy t-shirt, you got a dirty t-shirt. Stand next to me with a dingy t-shirt, it's going to show up. But when you were sitting over there with that fucking slob Naisha, dirty as fuck, you didn't look so bad with your dingy t-shirt. But you got to grow up.
My goodness. I guess some people really don't see how bad they look. You know, when you try to bring people down and you really talk so bad about them, essentially, you are showing your true colors. You're showing people who you really are. You're showing your heart, how dirty it is, how dark it is, and how ungodly it is. This is essentially what Jaguar is doing. In the process of trying to bring Naisha down, she is showing her true colors. She's showing who she really is. She's showing how demonic her thinking is.
So, you know, that's why I called y'all, because she was about to push me and I was about to really, really, really act a different way. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. Because once you start acting a certain way, you start saying certain things, you can't take those things back. And I don't want to do that with her because I understand why she's losing her mind. I understand why she's going crazy. I know what it feels like to have the whole world, you know, like turn rancid on you, and you're sitting here being gaslit and fucked with every day. I know what that's like. If anybody understands what that's like, it's me. Look at what my husband did to me. Look at what my family is doing to me, even now, currently. Look at what my ex-husband has done to me.
Well, you can also reverse that and say, look what you did to them. Look at all the things you've done to your family and your friends and your husband and all your relationships throughout the years, Jaguar. It's not all about you all the time. Sometimes you got to take responsibility for your actions, folks. If you are in several relationships, friends, family, lovers, husband, etc., and you find that it's always on you, the blame is always on you, no matter what it is, it's always on you, maybe you should take stock and sit back and examine exactly what you're doing. Just maybe, it might be your fault.
I'm used to this. I know how it works. Rather than trusting me that I can help her navigate through all of this and still be able to maintain some sense of a life that she enjoys living, she wants to buck against me and fight against everything that I'm saying, telling me that I'm wrong, and then every time that I'm right, she goes nuts.
Well, that was a little not audible, but pretty much she said TJ should listen to her guidance and she will be better off. I'm just putting it in a nutshell. But if it's the same guidance she's talking about, the same guidance she's been giving her husband, Goomba, for 4 years, look where it got him. And at the end of it, she was trying to get the cops to unalive him. So TJ has got to be very careful. The brainwashing has started because now she wants to guide her and she will be better off. Be careful, TJ. Be very careful.
I told her a week ago, Naisha fucking had this shit done. She had been tracking our movements on the hotel app that we were using. That's why we switched to another hotel that doesn't have.
What is she talking about? Naisha was tracking them in the last hotel. Naisha have to know where TJ is because they've got children. And TJ needs to be in contact with Naisha at all times. I'm sure that the switching that they did didn't do any good because I'm sure the minute they switched, Naisha knew exactly where TJ was because she have to know. They've got children. And those children, some of them are underage.
This bitch is I swear to God, I hope a fucking piano falls out the sky. Drops right on that bitch.
Now I can see why TJ have to step out of the house to talk to Naisha. Because I remember in the beginning of the relationship, TJ was telling Jaguar, do not address Naisha, just keep her out of it. But Jaguar was so bent on addressing Naisha that he got into a big drag-out fest on the boob tube because Naisha was busy digging into Jaguar. She wanted to cuss her out because she took her husband, she said. And so Jaguar let loose on her and they went back and forth. But that's not something TJ wanted. So I can understand where the two of them are not going to make it. It looks like if this relationship has come to an end. And it's all over but the shouting. They are just kind of talking it through. But it's over. There's no love here. There's no love lost here. They haven't got children in common. TJ don't even know Jaguar's family, really. Jaguar don't know her family. They have no type of connection except two women who lusted after each other. The lust phase is over. And now they're seeing each other for who they really are. And they don't like what they see. So it's over. They ought to move on and continue living their lives.
So yeah, that's where we are. And in about another 30 minutes, if I know her as well as I'm getting to know her, she'll be coming up here, apologizing, telling me she's sorry, thanking me for being patient with her. She a Scorpio, I'm a Taurus. I mean, after she finished yelping about it for 4 or 5 hours, she gets mad at me. when she gets like that, I'm not going to lie, I become very dismissive because I know what it is. I know what it's built on, and I'm not going to give it any energy. I'm not going to add to it.
But I believe TJ, after a couple of hours, becomes apologetic because she does not want to go to bed mad. And somebody has got to give in. Jaguar, it seems like she just does not want to relinquish any type of power, any type, even to apologize is too much for her to apologize. So somebody has got to be the bigger one. And I guess the adult in the room and apologize. Doesn't take anything out of you to say, I'm sorry.
And she gets mad with me because she's used to being like, and I'm not doing that. I'm too old for that shit. I went through that with my husband. I'm not going through that again. Like, I'm trying to implement some healthy ways of coping and dealing with stress. But I am very compassionate. But she's going to need media training. I told her that this week. I told her that we gotta get affairs in order. The first of the month is coming. The Tasha K interview is coming. I do not want any of this.
Okay, so this is before. I guess she just mentioned the Tasha K interview is coming. So this is when TJ had just gotten down there to Dallas. You want to tell me they were fighting like this when TJ just got down there? That is unbelievable. Because that relationship was fresh and they were fighting like this. Oh my goodness. It was doomed from the start.
A factor in that because we have to be on our game. We can't be taken. And it's like I understand how hurt she is and I want to be there for her. But there has to be a better way of dealing with these things. Like, we can't let curveballs just come and ruin everything. Hey, hello.
I guess with all the talking Jaguar has been doing, it just dawned on her that TJ have not made a sound. She is just quiet. And Jaguar is just going on and on. So it just dawned on her. Maybe I should, say hello to TJ and see how she's doing. But it seems as though this was a one-sided argument because TJ have been quiet.
Hey, look at me. I'm looking at you. You're not alone in this. You're not alone in this.
So I guess Jaguar buckled this time because she said in a couple of hours TJ is going to come and say I'm sorry. But it looks like if Jaguar is the one who is saying she's sorry this time around. But this is very dangerous, folks. Be careful when you talk to people. Like I said before in the last video, make sure your phone is completely off because we see here again that official campaign recorded Jaguar's fight with TJ, this argument. And I doubt it very much if Jaguar was aware because she would have addressed it, official campaign, and said, you see, this is how she does. This is how she's acting up. And she would have addressed official campaign. Nowhere in this video she addressed official kingpin. That tells me she was recorded and not know she was being recorded.
I think we could use some time in some pool. I don't know, for you to drown me? Hell no. What do you mean for me to
So that was funny. Jaguar said, I think we can use some time in the pool. And TJ said, for you to drown me? But how horrible, guys, that these two had started to fight in the beginning of the relationship. They didn't even wait. So they could not really stand each other in the beginning of the relationship. And I guess they had to learn how to like each other and learn how to grow in the relationship, in the dysfunction. Because they were, in what I'm seeing here, they think, well, at least TJ thinks she's stuck. She thinks she left Naisha, she don't want to go back. But she have no place else to go because she have no money. If she had money, she would have left Jaguar. I'm sure of it. Guys, drop your comments. I'm over now. Don't forget to hit all the bells, like the video, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up bell. I'll see you all on the next one. Thank you for watching.